What is a library? Is it just a building in just one town? Is it just about books? Or is a library more? When you step into a library, your world gets bigger. Just like any good story, you're taking your first steps down a road that leads to adventure and a new journey. The library of today is not just a warehouse for books. It's a place to go for help during life's transitions and personal reinvention. A place to release the imagination and be part of epic tales. Travel back in time to history past, or find a starting place for whatever you want to be or do next. At first glance, a library is just a building, but take a closer look and see that a true library is made up of all the branches in a system, constantly growing and expanding with new technology and reaching everyone far beyond the walls.
The Placer County Library isn't just a library, it's your library, and your library has a story. For years, the Placer County Library functioned just like any other library. However, the defining moment for this library came in the economic downturn of 2008. While other libraries were reducing hours and closing branches, the Placer County Library stayed open for its customers. We recognized that people needed us even more.
Many of our users needed the library to apply for jobs online, write resumes, or seek benefits. People were searching for free events and activities, as well as materials to save money. So we maintained our free programming and continued to offer children's story times and the summer reading programs while attendance increased.
During the recession, we were able to keep our libraries open to serve our library patrons, but that has taken a toll on our ability to provide services. The library relied on the use of their reserves or their savings account in order to just stay operational and keep the doors open during the recession.
We were forced to continually postpone building and technology upgrades, resulting in an inability to refresh the libraries, their grounds, and their furnishings, which meant that we also couldn't provide new, comfortable, and inviting areas to read, meet, or create.
When staff would retire or would leave the library, we were unable to fill those vacancies. We had to hire temporary help in order to have enough staff to keep the libraries operational. The temporary staff do not have the same experience or education to provide the best quality services for our library patrons.
Without new and fresh library materials, library users were forced to endure much longer wait times for popular materials, which led to customer disappointment and frustration. So here we are now. This is not the end of our library story, but the peak, the turning point. This is the fork in the road.
If we continue down the road that we are currently on, we will only see library services continue to erode, our buildings erode, and our hours reduced.
In short, if we don't act now, the entire library system is in danger of collapse.
However, this story could take on a very different ending, the ending we are striving for. We're asking that you join with us and imagine a modern and sustainable library for future generations to come.
The great journeys and characters of literature have shown us that reaching the ultimate goal requires risks to be taken and change to be embraced. In order for the whole system to survive, a change in the way library services are delivered is necessary. We are currently in the first phase of implementing our strategic plan for turning the library system around. We're considering closure to some of the smaller, underutilized branches so that we can consolidate those resources to our magnet libraries with the highest demand. So this story is not about closing libraries. It's about saving the library system. Concentrating our resources will result in a sustainable future for Placer County Library Services. In today's busy world, many Placer County patrons prefer to use a library near where they work, shop, or go to school, rather than where they sleep.
These concentrated resources will allow us to significantly extend our operating hours and provide additional, newer resources to our patrons.
Where brick and mortar libraries close, we hope to supplement with increased bookmobile services and other ways to compensate for the loss of that community gathering space that so many tell us is their primary use for the library. But for those libraries that remain, imagine modern, sustainable libraries that are colorful, clean, and inviting locations close to where you work, play, or shop. Where technology is dependable, with self-service options and with knowledgeable staff. Where access to popular materials and e-resources are available both day and night. Imagine a quiet study space or a meeting room to proudly and comfortably gather as a community and share with one another. where new programming engages our schools and our homeschoolers, invites tutors, involves the business community, and any other agency dedicated to improving Placer County.
Library services have a rich history. Be a part of that. Please read the library's strategic plan and ask questions. Become a member of a Friends of the Library group. Attend a library advisory board meeting, and let your voice be heard. Most importantly, use your library. It's yours.